some meatballs, and some onions and some bell peppers.
Ooh, that sound good.
Sauteed up and everything and stuff. I put a little butter in there and stuff, and let that get good and sauteed. And let them meatballs get soft and everything, and kind of get a little color on them.
Okay.
Um, and I put that tomato paste over in there, and put that liquid, put that crushed diced up tomato, and put that liquor over in there out of that can, and then put a little bit of water in there, and then put me some seasoning in there, put me some salt and pepper,
Okay.
and some garlic powder. And I had some of that big dehydrated things of elephant garlic. I grabbed me a few pieces of that, put over in there, and put a little touch of sugar in there and everything, and stirred that in, and
Okay.
took me some oregano, some Italian seasoning,
Oh, that sound good.
and put over in there, and let that simmer.
Okay.
Yeah, I let that cook for about I let it cook for about an hour, but at least about 30 or 40 minutes.
Oh, I bet. Oh, yeah. That sound like from the way you're saying it, it was really good. You know.
Yeah, yeah, and I looked for some spaghetti, but we didn't have no spaghetti, but we had some of that fettuccine.
Okay.
Yeah, and my mama, she liked that fettuccine too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I fixed that. Mm-hmm.
I bet that was good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And so yeah, so that's what we ate, today and everything and stuff. Yeah, and, I just really ain't hardly did nothing today but lay around and watch football.
Oh, football. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There. I like that. That's good. I gotta get into. I got probably. I haven't. It's been a while since I actually watched that. But anyway,
Yeah.
with this so-called white man, I tell you, they something else though.
Yes.
They.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. They basically done took over the world. They forced their race down our what's the song and
Hmm.
want everybody to do things their way and stuff. And you can't with the kids. You got to not punish the kids and chastise them and all that stuff. But at the same time, they having sex with the kids and all that. And yes.
They sure do. They be
Mm-hmm.
having. That's where that stuff come from. And then you have a lot of our people getting online, sitting up here talking against their own kind and all that kind of stuff. And when they have been, they the main one. They created that, and they have contributed to our people into that type of stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of mess and stuff. And then they love to show out us and stuff about us being in the hood and stuff, doing stuff to our kids. But you find out that you go behind closed doors and stuff, you find out that they doing a whole lot worse and stuff.
Yep.
I mean, they like to talk about Joe Jackson and
Yeah.
how they're beating on them Jackson and stuff, and Ike Turner and all them and everything and stuff. But you come to find out that they was a lot worse.
Yeah. A lot worse. That's right. Because
Um,
they don't talk about how stuff like that stems from their people. They don't talk about how it stems from their people. They just want to sit up here and like they'll turn around. Okay, now think about it. When you present to the so-called white man that they like, if you tell them, do y'all think y'all should pay for all of the things, the evil that y'all have done to the so-called blacks, and they want you to holler, God loves everybody. But if you do that same crime against a so-called white man, they gonna turn around and they gonna want you to pay for the crimes that you commit against them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They sure live. Just like I remember years ago, this so-called little black young man was playing with this lady with a toy gun. It was like a prank, and he act like he was gonna rob this so-called old white woman, right? So she turned it into the something serious, and this man ended up. They sentenced this man to prison for 15 years for something fake that he was playing, and made him serve time for something fake, and he told him it was a whole prank. You see what I'm saying? But when you read the scriptures in the Bible, in Revelation 13 verses 9 and 10, if you lead another nation of people into slavery, they think for a minute that they're not going to go and get that same judgment, but they want to punish you for the same judgment that they contradict themselves at the same time. But when you tell them that they're going to get the judgment for putting black people, Hispanic and Native American people into slavery, then they come up with some kind of damn justification like, oh, you wrong and God loves everybody and all that. Okay, what was the love? How, if he loved everybody, how come you couldn't be merciful to this so-called black, Hispanic or Native American man or woman when you pull them over for speeding in a car? You say, oh, God loves everybody, and quote John 3. They want to quote John 3:16 when it comes justifying their wicked ass.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They want to punish or killing Bill Cosby, but you got away with doing the same thing.
Yep. Oh, they do. They created that type of thing.
Yeah.
And then people, what gets me is when people be sitting up talking about, you need to go and get you some mental help. You need to get you some mental. I said, how you gonna go to the same people that instituted rape, rob, and murder, and go to the same people for some solutions to get help with when they turn around and they the ones that created the problems that we dealing with?
All they gonna do is bill your ass, and then they gonna tell you the same thing that you already know.
Yep, exactly.
Mm-hmm. That's why I never believe in going to sidekicks and all that shit.
That's right. The so-called white man and all they race is the number one people that has it, and the reason why the Palestinians and the Israelis, I believe, is fighting over Jerusalem over there. I believe, if I'm saying it right, is because they the ones started all of that. They are the authors of that confusion. You see what I'm saying? That they try to put on us. They came over here and they started war, like fighting wars and stuff. Our people shouldn't even be in shit like that.
No. Mm-mm. And like Muhammad Ali said, how you gonna fight a war for a country and you go over there and stuff? Them people ain't did you nothing and everything. They treat you nice and everything. You get back into your own country. You can't go in the same restaurants if they could.
That's right. That is so true.
All that kind of stuff.
That's right. That is so true.
I'm gonna go thousands of miles away to harm some people that ain't did me anything when my biggest enemy and my biggest problem
That's right.
Right. Okay.
The biggest enemies is they the biggest enemy. The biggest war. We got a big war right here amongst ourselves already.
Yeah. He said our problem right here in
That's
America.
right. What the hell you look like going fighting something that you ain't got nothing to do with? Yep.
Yeah, and I remember when we was over there by Miss Shirley's house, me and Miss Shirley and Sean sitting there watching this preacher, the preacher named Jeremiah, something like that.
Okay.
And they were saying, God bless America. And he said, God damn America.
That's right. Ain't no such thing as God bless America. America is the devil.
Yeah, he said, America done robbed us of everything. He was
The-
talking some shit, and he was cussing and everything.
exactly. How you gonna pray and ask God to bless something that ain't did nothing but sold nothing but rape, robbing, murder, and killing on the planet, killing our babies, and uh, killed a 12-year-old boy in the park, the so-called white, all that type of stuff. But you gonna holler, God bless him, man? Please get up out of here.
Yeah, I heard that they killed a boy in the park. He was playing with he had one of them, a gun or something. He was about 13 to 14 years old.
Okay. He was 12 years old. He was in the park minding his own business. So-called white men just walked up in there and just shot. That is now, if you that sick
Yeah.
to shoot a child like me, you can be sitting up, brother. And I experienced this sitting up. You can be sitting up reading your own books. I'm sitting there trying to you know you can be sitting there trying to consecrate yourself to the Most High God. They had the so-called white man walked out there and said, "Oh, you don't have you not allowed to sit here. You can't sit here because this is not your property and this and that and the third and all that." And I told him, "You is the damn devil that the Bible speaks of." I just went off on him. You know what I mean? And then when you tell them that, they get in fight mode. You can't go nowhere in peace and just sit down, read your damn book in peace. I mean, read your book in peace without them walking up and just trying to just target, just walking up to you, just being a damn, just targeting you like the devil does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't even sit down around a store and that. They gonna say, cause see, this is what I say. They one of them tried to say, well, you don't own this land. This is not yours. Well, look, I told them, I said, well, how did your ancestors get this land? Your reason you benefiting off of slavery, what your people did. So
Yeah, that's right. We basically made this country, and
that's right.
y'all ain't doing no but rob and steal from us.
Exactly. Your ancestors raped, robbed, and murdered this country. So you don't belong over here. This is not your land. Everything that you got, your forefathers made sure that you benefited off of it because they took and raped, robbed, and murdered this country, and you still benefiting off of it. But like I tell them, like this, like they like that's why I like the brothers that be on the streets. They say, well, look, if somebody broke into your house, killed your wife, killed your family, and killed your children, and you find out that the people that killed your family and your wife got all the money, and them kids get older and they found out how their granddaddy went and raped, robbed, and murdered and killed some people and got this here. It would you not feel awkward? Would you not want justice for what those people did? You still gonna want your stuff back that these people are benefiting off of. They took this from somebody. So the children that's benefiting off of that, the great grandchildren that's benefiting off of that, if they are honest enough, they will take and say, well, look, we need to give this stuff back. Our forefathers didn't get this the right way. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That makes sense, does it?
Yeah.
Our forefathers didn't benefit off of this in the right way. They got this off. They stole this from these people. They killed people's families. So we're gonna give this back. We're not gonna keep on spending this money. This don't belong to us. We found out that our forefathers got this dishonesty and jealousy. See, the so-called white men, there, none of the other nations, they ain't never did that.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of like about the younger generation of the white folks. They kind of in their own ways, kind of, getting away from stuff like that, and some of them will come back and do stuff like that if they found out that their grandfathers and stuff been robbed from us or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, some of them chase us down and come back and give us stuff, or they found out that they probably bloodline and all that stuff had to give us that kind of a way.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And it is actually in the Bible. There are many scriptures in the Bible that says that how they took like and stole the image of God and made it white and got it like Jesus Christ or God is a so-called white man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that the image that they got in these churches is not the image of what the Bible describes what he looked like.
No.
They got a white Jesus. Christ ain't no white man. Christ is a so-called black man.
Yeah.
But you go into the Christian church, everybody worship this damn devil that they got up in the damn church thinking that this man is Jesus and God. I mean Jesus, and that's not Jesus. That's the damn devil.
Uh-huh. And most time that's that blue-eyed devil.
The blue-eyed devil. That's right. That's what it is. They describe Christ as blonde-haired, blue-eyed man. How you gonna have a blonde-haired, blue-eyed man up this same God that looks like the same one that oppress your people? This God, you worshiping a God that looks like the very enemy that put you in slavery. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense, does it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And when you stand up and condemn this stuff in righteousness, it really makes me feel good is to stand up and condemn this stuff in righteousness. It really does.
Yes.
It makes me feel good to stand on the truth and expose the lies.
Yeah.
That's right. It make you feel good to stand on the truth and expose these lies that this damn devil went around the earth and deceived our people. Like this man is God. What time do you usually go to bed? What time do you usually go to bed?
I usually go to bed whenever I fall asleep.
Okay, it's 12:42 right now.
Uh-huh.
Are you ready to go in and go to bed?
No, I'm good for right now.
Oh, okay.
I don't really too much. I ain't too really crazy about the Pope either.
Oh no, Oh no. Yeah, that's right. That is so true.
I heard one year though he would go around and shake the white baby's hand, but he didn't shake the little black girl's hand.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they were talking about that. I didn't shake the white kid's hand, but he didn't shake the little black girl's hand and all.
Remember, this is the God don't look like this, and I was pointing it at the camera. But that's right though. They got a thing up in here. It's a little thing that I like to. I wanna read it like to you. I love reading. I love reading. And I love exposing these lies.
Yeah.
That's right. Which one do I want? Like, I think I want to show the one about the how they lied and sold. Let's see here. I want to find the part where they candles were burned before images, and they prayers were offered to them. That's what I wanted to look at. I think this. I don't know if this is it right here. This is the Great Controversy, page 38. It says, notwithstanding that vice prevailed even amongst the leaders of the Roman Church, her influence seemed steadily to increase. About the close of the 8th century, papers put forth the claim that in the first age of the church, the Bishop of Rome had possessed the same spiritual powers which they now that's right, assume. To establish this claim, some means must be employed to give it a show of authorities, and thus was readily suggested by the father of lies. Ancient writings were forgotten by monks. Decrees of councils before the unheard of were discovered, established the universal supremacy of the Pope. Now that's what you had just said about the Pope. From the earliest times, a church that had rejected the truth greedily accepted these deceptions. Deception means lies. That's that the church had accepted the deception of lies. I think let's see right here on page 40. The people were also taught by the payment of money to the church they might free themselves from sin and also release the souls of their deceased friends were confined in the tormenting flames. By such means did Rome fill her coffers and sustain the magnificent luxury and vice of the pretending representation of him who had not where to lay his head. Now they was talking about, like, the only way you can free yourself from sin, you had to pay large sums of money to the church. And this was introduced by the Roman Catholic Church, which introduced Christianity into, this is the so-called white man, what they did. You see what I'm saying? And what they did, they even took and burnt candles and all that type of stuff to other gods. They sacrificed and like rituals and stuff, and the form of witchcraft, and that's why a lot of my people accepted the form of all this stuff here that's going on, and we're under Christianity. It's nothing but a form of delusion of witchcraft. That's all it is. That's right. It's a lot. It's a lot in this in here, man. Where the point? Oh, I think this is it right here. This is one part right here I want to show you. The darkness seems to grow more dense. Image worship became more general. Candles were burned before images, and prayers were offered to them. The most abused, absorbed, and superstitious customs prevailed. The minds of men were so completely controlled by the superstitions that reason itself seems to have lost its sway, while the priests and the bishops were themselves pleasure loving. Listen, it says while the priests, that's talking about the pastors, and the bishops were themselves pleasure loving, sexual, and corruption. It could only be expected that the people who looked to them for guidance would be sinking in ignorance and vice. That was it. That's what I wanted to show you, because they took and they look into these bishops, priests in Rome, and all this here was the slave Christianity. That's why they went over into Spain too. and they forced Christianity up on the Jews over there. Now it was only a small few select Jews who was in Spain, but you had these the Greeks had came in and took over. You see what I'm saying? And ran the because see these people in the real Jews that was there, they had to disguise themselves as under they had to disguise themselves as Christians, and they had to practice Judaism in secret. They had to keep the commandments in secret, but they couldn't come out openly and say that they were the real Jews, because to read your Bible before the slave masters was a crime. It was a crime to pick up your books and read. Yeah, like if they caught you reading the truth and you wanted to educate yourself, they actually hung you for that. There was a penalty behind that.
Yeah, I heard about that back in doing slavery.
Yep, yep. I know. Yeah. What you doing? You said you look like you sound like you tired. I can tell.
No, I'm not tired.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying talking to you.
Yeah. I've been enjoying that. Especially enjoying talking about back then how food tastes much better in around 1970, 1980, and the earlier years back then, back when my grandmama and them was living, and they had chickens walking around in the yards and stuff and everything.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we had to get back to that talking there. Yeah, cause it seemed like it's just fun talking about the original stuff.
Yeah.
It's actually fun talking about the original stuff. It actually like wake you up. You know what I mean? It actually inform you. It actually teaches you. It's almost like when you speak of these things and recognize it, it's like you actually reading a book. You're learning something. Because it's like you learning your history all over again.
Yeah. Then how people used to go to people's houses then, but nowadays just you got to call them before you show up and everything, and
Yep.
sometimes they want to be bothered with you, and sometimes they don't want to be bothered with you and stuff. And we used to go by each other's house and eat and everything, and watch movies and everything, and play cards and stuff like that.
Yep. You're right. You're so right about that. It's perfect. You gotta people not, and it's like some people you got to like. It's almost like you wants to hang with them and be good with them and stuff like that, and be cool with them and stuff. But it's like some people just be on some hypocritical energy, and it's like I don't want to be around that type of person, because this person here is got bullshit vibes that's not right. You know what I mean?
Bad vibes and just miss it. Just every time you be around long enough that it's either some kind of mess, either they want to get drunk or something other and try to fight with everybody, or fighting with anybody, and just all that kind of stuff. You have them kind of people in your family that's like that too, to where you if you stand up to them, if you tell them something not right, you against them and all that kind of mess.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
Just little drama.
I would rather go after the people, like it says, that the enemy, like the so-called white man and all the other nations and stuff that actually done damage to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you know what I mean. They quick to like me. Well, I couldn't see myself coming on my camera or on my YouTube page and just sitting up there and making videos about my own people and saying, of course, you gonna want your people to take accountability. Of course, our people should take responsibility and stuff, but at the same time, our people are not, they not the originator, and they didn't contribute to the problems that we did. The problems that we have and that we as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are having today are because of white supremacy, is the one that put those laws and put those things in place. And that's why we are suffering from a lot of the stuff that we're going through. We're suffering from the effects of slavery.
Yes.
Those are institutionals that has been put in place that black men and black women and Hispanic and Native American men didn't have no control over during the civil rights movements and stuff like that, because that was like the Jim Crow law and all that type of stuff, Martin Luther King era and all those times. They fought for all of that because that other laws was the power of Esau, the so-called white man's laws, has been put in place to affect, and we have been conditioned, and we have to succumb to it. Because see, when we think of law, when we think of order in America, we think of the so-called white man. That's who we think of. When you think of loving your enemy, who do you think of? You think of loving the so-called white man. When the Bible, if you read the Bible and do a deeper study on it, when it tells you to love your enemy, it's not telling you to love the enemy, the same people that's killing and raping and robbing and murdering you every day. Yeah, it's not telling you to love that enemy. It's telling you to love the enemy of your own so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American brother, not the so-called white man and all the other nations that put you in slavery.
Yeah, telling you to love your own people that sin against you, that don't know what they're doing, rather than loving the white man, the so-called enemy.
That's right. Like me, this is what I tell my people, and I know this is in my spirit. Like, I can be upset or I can be mad with my own people, but at the same time, if it comes to standing up for them and protecting my people, I would do everything in my power is stand up for my people. When it comes down, I put all that other pride aside. We can't get along and this and that and the third, because I understand why me and my brother, my sister can't get along, because it's not us, it's the enemy that has put laws in place and conditioned us. We have been conditioned, and the way that we love and we hate each other and we love the so-called white man is because our people have been conditioned that way. Because that's why the Bible said in 1 Peter 5:8, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the darkness, against the rulers of this world. The rulers of this world in darkness of the spiritual wickedness in high places would be Esau. It would be the enemy that has put our people in slavery. So the Most High said, we fighting against those people. We ain't fighting against each other. You know what I'm saying? It's not against flesh and blood. Flesh and blood means so-called your own people that was enslaved along with you. Because when black women was put in slavery, the so-called black man, when they didn't just have black women on the slave ship, they had black men on the slave ship, on the same slave ship. It wasn't when they stacked our people up on these ships and brought them and shipped them to different parts of the continent of Africa, North Africa, and America, and all of that type of stuff. They had men and women. They didn't have no pick. If you was an Israelite, if you was a Jew, they treated you less than and sold you off to other plantations and stuff like that, to other slaves and stuff. This is how they profit and benefited off our people as well too. Yeah. And so the Most High tell you, why would you love somebody like that? Like for example, if somebody took and enslaved you, enslaved your family, enslaved your mother, beat your mother, raped your mother, your father, and your brothers, your sisters, your niece, and your nephews and stuff like that, and later on, would you develop a love for those same people that did that to you?
Yeah, I love them to death. with a gun or something.
That's right. That exactly. It wouldn't make no
Yeah,
sense. It's to love the same people who enslave you.
before me loving them personally, hell no.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you look at it like this, think of it like this here. Like they call it. You ever heard of this thing called Stockholm? I mean Stockholm slave syndrome. Stockholm syndrome.
Syndrome. I heard that before, but I don't know what that means.
Stockholm syndrome is when somebody, when you remember how you notice how they find on the news they find these women has been captured by these so-called white men and all and stuff like that in them other countries, and they found out that they've been kidnapped and they've been held captive for 10 years against their will.
Yeah, yeah.
When they say Stockholm syndrome, meaning that these people get to the point to where they start developing a love and a care for their abusers.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I believe I've heard
That's
them
what that, yeah,
before.
that's what that Stockholm syndrome stand for. Matter of fact, hold on, let me hold on. Stockholm syndrome. What is Stockholm syndrome? Here we go. Let's look at it. I'm looking up the definition right here. I'm gonna show it to you. It's gonna be similar to what I said. People experience Stockholm syndrome might start to sympathize with their abusers. Did you catch that? They go to sympathizing with their abusers, even feel that they are in the right. They might also start to enter in, enter interiorize and rationalize and physical emotional abuse, believe that they deserve, they meaning that they start to feel sorry for their abusers,
Yeah.
and they believe in that they should have sympathy and empathy for those same people that killed them and raped, robbed, and murdered their family. And they get in the courtroom, instead of them facing the truth, they start defending and taking up for the same one that has been raping, robbing, and murdering and killing them. They develop a love and a protection and will get mad at you if you say something against the people, the same people that abuse them. That's what the word Stockholm syndrome means.
That's almost as bad as like that we was talking about the other day about our kind of color, talking about we forgive them and all that stuff. We forgive somebody like Dylan Roof that went in there and
Yep.
people in the church and everything.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly what that is.
For
Like,
things, or
we,
things,
exactly.
I forgive you and all that. Yes.
Yep, exactly. Just like that woman, she stood up and said, "We forgive you." Our people is suffering from Stockholm syndrome. That's Stockholm slave syndrome. That's what that is.
Yep. Stockholm slave syndrome.
Yep, that's what it is. And they believe that the same people that shoot and kill you every day, we are more willing and more quicker to forgive the same people that rape, rob, and murder our people, and we'll turn around and kill another brother if they done something wrong against us. We be ready to blow them away and blow their brains out and be ready to stomp them in the mud. Mm-hmm. And to forgive their enemy and to see their brother and won't even forgive their brother for taking a bubble gum. We be ready to light them up and blow them away over a piece of bubble gum. But this so-called white man come in and kill up millions of our people, and we turn around there and give empathy to the family and everything else.
Yeah, and then we go hard at each other too. We'll go in on each other too. They'll be ready to send me to the life for stealing a piece of bubble gum or a pack of potato chips or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Motherfucker around here be stealing from me all my whole life and everything. They ain't never got nothing.
Yep, exactly. They fool around. Yep, that's right. You're right about that, man. Because yep, fool around him and have more respect and look. What they do is, you ever seen a pit bull? How they try to get at a person? And when you ever seen a just aggressive pit bull?
Yeah.
Our people is like that when it comes to each other, because they have been conditioned by the enemy to feel that way. But when it comes to the so-called white man, they have trained us. We naturally have this embedded, this slave mentality in our mind, to where if a so-called white man come in our hood, everybody trembling and scared.
Yeah.
But when you walk in the hood, we bad and gangster and ready to blow to take your head off just for looking at your own brother look at you like that. You ready to kill him.
Yeah. If your own brother step on your tennis shoe or something, you ready to kill him.
We're a pit bull when it comes to each other, and when it comes to the so-called white man, it's like a lamb. We we sweet as a sweet pie lamb.
A white man could have one of your children, one of your child or something
Yep.
up there one of them trees or something and step in. We don't want to do nothing. Don't want to do nothing. But
Yep. The white man can come in this hood right now and rape a so-called black child, and everybody gonna be crying. Black women, our people have been conditioned during slavery, is to have empathy in a heart and a crying for the so-called white man, and a forgive him and say, no, he had stuff, he had this done to his own family, she had this done to her own family, let's forgive them or whatever. But a brother do something like that, everybody had their knives, guns, and everything, and ready to blow the whole apartment up.
You'd be ready to hang them by his balls and everything.
Yep, be ready. And this is that is what you call love master thing. Yes, master, love master, but hurt your own people. And our people has been conditioned that way during slavery. And it's like, I don't blame out. That's why I say I can't sit up on and blame my people for what this enemy, this devil did, came into and sowed tares. You ever heard about the parables in the Bible, right? About how it said how the enemy sowed tares amongst them? Well, when Christ spoke in parables like that, when he said the enemy has came in and sowed tares, the tares will be the children of the wicked one, which will be the so-called white men and all the other nations, the Asian people that actually enslaved our people. Those are the tares, the Bible says. Because when you look on TV and you hear terrorist attack and they went into a school and a school shooting, right? You think you know that ain't no so-called black people doing that. It ain't no so-called Hispanic and Native American people, Native American and Puerto Ricans doing that. That's the so-called white man. We all know that everybody know it's Esau. Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot of them as of lately too, going in the schoolhouse and the terrorizing people and all that stuff.
Yep. Exactly. Surely. And then they turn around and blame it all on a so-called black man, call the black man a damn monster and all that, and the so-called white man has been more than that than ever.
Black people don't even think about doing no stuff like that. Now they might get a fight or something like that, but not nothing like that.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope we'll be able to talk more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I enjoy talking to you. You're very peaceful person and everything, and we educating ourselves. I feel like I'm learning from you, sitting here learning from you as well. You know. You know. Because I don't know everything, but it's a blessing to be woke, and the Most High give you knowledge and understanding and help you is to know, you know what I'm saying, of what's going on. So when you see, because our people has been conditioned by this enemy, but the sad part about it, they don't know it. They don't want, some of them know and some of them don't know it, and they don't want to recognize what's been going on. You know.
Yeah, they don't want to wake up.
Yep. Don't want to wake up.
That's what our generation and the generation is behind us and stuff. They need to wake up, but they also need to be taught the right thing too, though.
Exactly. That is so true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I enjoy talking to you. I'm gonna let you go now.
Oh, okay then. Okay then. Well then, you ain't doing that tomorrow. I hit you up tomorrow sometime, or either you hit me up. We'll call. We keep in contact. I enjoy talking to you too.
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed. I kind of reminisce back there a little bit, talking to you about back during the days when my grandmama and my great grandmama and all lived and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. I enjoy it too. It help you get through your night better. When you through your day and stuff. When you thinking about something.
yeah, and I told Sean yesterday. I told him about when you call Thanksgiving Thanksgiving.
Thanks, kill you. That's right. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, the Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. That's what you call it, huh?
Yeah.
All right, now that's right. That's right. That's what you call it too. Thanks
Yeah.
killing, because that's what it is. Yep.
One of my other YouTubers, her name Jaguar Wrights.
Okay.
She called it the Thanks Taken.
Oh, okay. Okay. I never heard of that one. They call it
Yeah,
thanks taken. Yeah, because they took a lot, and that's how they benefited off of rape, robbery, murder. They killed a lot of Native Americans, and they not telling us the real meaning behind these things. Cause see, we for years we was little babies and kids. We didn't know why we was observing that stuff, man.
yeah,
And I woke up in 2018. I said, man, I ain't that. I said, guys, I said, shit, god damn. I said, you mean to tell me this is what this shit stand for, and we've been following this here?
yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I didn't know that around that time when we were kids about that Columbus discovered America and all that stuff. I don't believe in that shit back then, but
Exactly. You're right. That is so true.
now I found out later and everything and stuff that Columbus didn't discover shit.
No, he didn't. And I for a couple of months, in a while, I think I was falling for that and believing in that until I actually heard some brothers teach on it, and I'm like, damn. I said, oh, he didn't discover no America. What the hell? What the hell? Like, no, it wasn't discovered because you already had dark skinned black people here. The original people were black people here anyway. They were
Yeah,
people of color.
yes.
Hmm. So you falling asleep, ain't you?
Uh, 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 no, I'm not really. So,
Oh, okay, okay,
yeah,
yeah. But you can always hit me back up though. I know you.
yeah,
I mean, I talk to you. Look, it don't matter with me.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna let you go
Okay,
though.
I mean,
Yeah, I'll let you tomorrow.
okay, then we'll talk tomorrow then.
All right.
All right, man. That was a good conversation. I forgot. I had with that brother, and maybe we ought to do more episodes like this. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I turned the camera on because I wanted to do it for edification. I was, as y'all can see, I was trying to read some stuff, but I wanted to like kind of talk to them, like interact a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? And I just like doing this here. And God had you doing things for a purpose, you know. But I've been into my stuff today a little bit, not like I should, but I've been doing. I'm putting in the work every day. Let's see. I think I got this word down packed now. Gibraltar. Gibraltar, previously known as the Pillars of Hercules, received its new name from the great Moorish conqueror of Gilbel of Tariq, which means the mountains of Tariq. Okay, I just got to put these words together. This is talking about the final dispersion of the black Jews of Africa. The final dispersion of the black Jews of Africa. The Moorish Empire, because we have to understand that the Moors ruled Spain for the longest. The word Moors just simply means black, but you actually had so-called Moors in Spain, which were called Sephardic. I think it's like Sephardic Jews. The Sephardic Jews are people from Spain, and you had a great number of Ashkenazi fake Jews over in Spain too, as well. You had only, I think it was a small few numbers of them, but you still had Jews over there. You see what I'm saying? And you had a lot of Jews, the ones that they knew that they recognized as Jews, they took and they colonized and bought a lot of the people, and they spread them all over North Africa. And matter of fact, let's get that right quick. Let's get it before I close this video out. But I enjoyed the conversation, the collab that I had with the brother. You know, let's see here. The part, I may not be able to find it all. Let's see here. It's going to say the original tribes of North Africa. Let's see here. If I can find it. Let's read this here, right here. Let's start right here. Babylon Temple of 2, page 14. It says, Dr. Spicer, who was a professor at the University of the Pennsylvania, said there is no basis for the detouring of the Ghana to Ethiopia. He met the Ethiopians in Africa, not to mention the Paishan in various remote regions of the world. I agree with Dr. Spicer that we should not search for the Gaihan in Africa, nor in the Paishan in a remote area of the earth, but that we should search for the Paishan and the Gaihan in Targan's Euphrates Valley. There were two Ethiopian nations in ancient times, Eastern Ethiopia and Western Ethiopia. This point, Dr. Spicer failed to elucidate the possibility because of his oversight. There was an Ethiopian civilization in North and Southern and Mesopotamian Babylon, but the people in this region did not use their tribal names. This is going into how the people took and they went and they colonized different parts of the country. And this is what I have been wanting to read. It says, but the people in this region did not use their tribal name. See, the so-called white men, they didn't use their original ancestral names when they went around the world and they conquered different parts of the world. You see what I'm saying? The Ethiopians to designate their nationality. They called themselves by the names of the cities that they constructed. They call themselves by the name of the cities that they constructed. See, watch this here. And the inhabitation, they call themselves by the events that happened there. For example, God confused the languages of the people at the Tower of Babel. Babel means confusion in the Hebrew. This is why the Ethiopian tribes called themselves Babylonians, referred to the name of the city that they constructed. There are many nations that are not designated by their true nationality. For example, the white Australians. Now listen to this here. The white Australians came from England. They came from England. But these English men who lived in Australia did not call themselves by their ancestral names. They called themselves by the names of the countries which they colonized. They didn't go by their real identity because they didn't want to be disguised as the enemies of Israel. They called themselves by the name of the countries which they colonized, which is Australia. The people of Australia are represented in the United States, the United Nations, by the names of their nations, Australia, and not under their ancestral name, England. Because you have to understand, England had a hand in the slave trade too. The people who rendered in the lower parts of the Tigris River, Euphrates, the Euphrates Valley, were Ethiopians, black in complexion. We read in Genesis chapter 10, verses 8, that Cush begot Nimrod. The word Cush means Ethiopian, and Cush was the father of the Ethiopians. For the meaning of the word Cush, we see Webster's New Colgate Dictionary, the Colgate Dictionary. Nimrod was a mighty Ethiopian conqueror and builder in the land of Shinar. We find in the conqueror and builder in the land of Shinar. We find in Genesis chapter 10, verses 8 through 10, that Nimrod ruled over such cities as Babylon, Arcad, Archaea, or Arcad. All these cities are stationed or settled in the land of Shinar. Another name for Shinar is Samar. This civilization was a high order and one of the oldest civilizations in ancient times. In Genesis chapter 10, verses 7, we read, and the sons of Cush, Saba, and Havilah. Now read, and the sons of Cush, Sheba, and Havilah. Now we have learned that Havilah was the son of Cush. He was the son of Cush, who was an Ethiopian. The word Havilah became the name of a tribe in a region known as the land of Havilah. And the Havites, Ethiopians, lived in the land of Havilah. Moreover, scholars have located this land near the Persian Gulf. In search of the land of Havilah, we find that there was another Havilah who was one of the sons of Joktan. Read Genesis chapter 10, verses 26 to 29. But this Havilah was one of the line of Shem. That Shem is a Hebrew name for that's the one that was blessed in Genesis chapter 10, verses 22. Noah had 3 sons: Shem, which is a Hebrew name, Ham. Ham would be the father of the Africans, which would be the dark race. That those people enslaved the Israelites. You see what I'm saying? So when people say blacks sold their own people, the nation of Shem and Ham is two different nations of people. And Japhet would be the so-called white man. The sons of the children of Shem are called Shemites. The Shemites would be the would be the Israelites. Shem, the Shemites. The sons of Ham, that's the forefathers and the progenitor of the African race or the dark race, are called Hamites. The Hamites were the ones that enslaved the Shemites. The Hamites enslaved the Shemites and put the Shemites in slavery. And the sons of Japhet are called Japhat. We should not confuse Havilah, the son of Joktan, with Havilah, the son of Cush. Cush is the father of the Ethiopian. That would be the Ethiopian tribe. Now it is logical to conclude that Havilah, the son of Cush, is intended in Genesis chapter 2 verse 11 to be the Havilah, the land of Havilah, because that Havilah was a Cushite Ethiopian. His inhabitation would naturally be subjected to his brother Nimrod, who ruled Babylon. Yep. So I read a lot. Should I read on 10? Do y'all want to hear? Okay, here it. Okay, it's gonna break down the name Cush. Verse 16, Babylon Temple of 2, page 16. Abraham was one of the fathers of the 12 tribes of Israel, and Abraham's fathers, Terah, came from the land of Ur of the Chaldeans. Genesis chapter 11, verses 26 through 28. The land of Ur of the Chaldeans were located at the southern part of Euphrates. The Chaldeans were one of many Cushite tribes. Cush means black, according to the Bible dictionary. That's true. This dictionary defines father, Cush, the name of a son of Ham, apparently the elders, and of a territory or territories occupied by his descendants. The Cushites appeared to have spread it along the tracts extending from the highest Nile to the Euphrates and Tigris and rivers. History affords many connections between Babylon, Arabia, and Ethiopia. Okay, we'll get off more into this, the Babylon and Arabians and Ethiopians. I didn't think I was going to read as much as I did. Y'all know I had to listen to the audio in order to understand those words, because some of the words were hard in that book, man. But I definitely enjoy talking to the brother. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that's it. And I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. And I'm going to see y'all later. Hopefully this was a good... Y'all let me know in the comment section. Was this video edifying or what? Just tell me. Because I'm still learning myself. Alright. Because I don't know everything now. Alright. I'm out.